Good afternoon, fellow Idahoans. This is Fred with Fiscal Fridays with Fred. I have something I want to talk to you about today. It's sort of getting into the weeds, but you've probably asked yourself, how do bad things get into our budgets? How does that happen? And I'm going to give you one very specific example. And this is an example of why things that sound good are often bad. Now, what I have in front of me is an actual budget bill. It's going to be voted on very soon. It's House Bill 226. It's $5.98 million, a supplemental spending, and it says for an early childhood education development grant. Now, who's against early childhood education? This grant, through the Office of the State Board of Education, they're going to get federal money to support very young children, birth through age 5, and they are going to partner with an organization, a nonprofit with a very long name, the Idaho Association for the Education of Young Children. It's a C3, a nonprofit, and they're going to use this money to help kids who are birth age through 5 in multiple formats, and they call it high-quality, family-focused programs. So what does all that mean? Sounds good to some people, helping young children. Well, the money is going to this organization that I just mentioned, the Idaho Association for the Education of Young Children. They are a partner with the National Association for the Education of Young Children. So what? Well, here's what happens. We're taking $5 million of federal money, and it just so happens this national organization is a left-wing institution. They promote teaching of things like social justice, critical race theory to very young children, which sounds crazy. And they even encourage, for example, on their website, teachers to read a book called About Chris, which teaches students roughly ages 5 to 7 about transgenderism. They also promote books like White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism by Robin DiAngelo and Michael Dyson to parents. So here you start with a grant that's supposed to help young children, and this is how our kids grow up with left-wing ideologies. It's literally a cradle-to-grave thing. So this organization promotes anti-bias teacher training, which focuses on making white children aware of their supposedly inherent bias against black students, etc. So what's going on here? Just to summarize, $5 million of federal money. It sounds like it's free money. It's irresistible. It's going to help kids. That sounds irresistible. It's going to help them with learning even better. But what's happening is this money is being used to promote left-wing activism, things like transgenderism, and things that even if they're proper topics for adults to discuss, should not be taught to 5, 6, 7-year-old children.